Assalamu alaikum, my friends, and welcome back to West Pole, the home of the explanation of the Holy Quran from the Shia perspective. Two different explanations are used today. Today's explanation is by Al-Mizan, while the other ones are by Ayatollah Puya Yazdi. If you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing to support the work of bringing to you the explanation of the Holy Quran. Also consider sharing this with anyone whom might benefit from it, be they Sunni, Shia, or even non-Muslim. Thank you, and let's start.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Ever-Merciful. This surah was revealed in Medina and consists of 8 verses. It speaks of the resurrection when people will come forth for accounting. It refers to some of the signs such as the earth's shaking and relating its chronicles. The verses are compatible with having been revealed either in Makkah or Medina. First verse.
إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها.
When the earth quakes with its quaking, zilzallaha. Its quaking signifies a significant ascription to the earth. This indicates that it will be a tremendous and colossal quake at the utmost degree of terror and intensity. Verse 2.
وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها.
And the earth discharges its burdens. Atqilaha. Atqil could be the plural of 2 words. Taqil, which is synonymous with mata, commodity, article, welfare, or more significantly a traversaler's provision. 2. Thaqil, meaning load, cargo, burden. In either case, the word in this verse has been interpreted in 3 ways. 1. It means the death. 2. It means the treasures and precious materials hidden in the earth's belly. 3. It includes both. The first interpretation is the most likely, followed by the third. Therefore, the verse could refer to the dead proceeding out of their graves towards their hisab, reckoning, accounting, wherefrom they will then move on towards their jaza, compensation, payment, retribution. On that day, people will issue forth. Verse 3.
وقال الإنسان ما لها.
And man, al-Insan, says, what is the matter with it? Stupefied and astonished at this terrible, intense earthquake, people will ask, what is wrong with the earth? Why is it shaking like this? Some say that al-Insan, man, the human being, in this verse refers specifically to those who do not believe in the afterlife, not the believers. There are also other views which will be presented below. Verse 4.
يومئذ تحدث أخبارها.
On that day it will relate its chronicles. The earth will bear witness to the deeds of children of Adam, along with the other witnesses, including their own limbs, the scribes from the angels who are appointed over them, and all other witnesses, human and non-human. Verse 5.
بأن ربك أوحى لها.
For its Lord will have inspired Waha from Iha, its Laha. The meaning is the earth will recount its news because its Lord will inspire it to do so. This means that the earth is conscious of the good and evil deeds that are committed on it. It carries and retains these records until when it is ordered to broadcast them and testify to what it has borne. We already discussed this idea under the following verse. There is not a thing but celebrates his praise, but you do not understand their glorification. Their skins will say, we were given speech by Allah, who gave speech to all things. As we explained, it can be deducted that life and consciousness pervade all things, though we may be unaware of this fact. Exegetes have disagreed tremendously over the meaning of the earth recounting its news through divine inspiration. Some suggested interpretations are: the inanimate earth will be given life and consciousness so that it can disclose what has transpired on it. God will create a voice speaking on behalf of the earth, and that counts as the earth's speech. Earth will reveal what has taken place on it through its state and mode of being, called Lisan al-Hal. Comment: given what we said above, there is no place for these disagreements. Moreover, none of these forms of testimony is a decisive evidence in the court of justice. Verse 6.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
On that day people will issue forth, yasduru from sudur, in various form, ashtadan, to be shown their deeds. Sudur means emerging, coming out, issuing. It is used when a camel comes out, up and forth from a watering place or a trough. Ashtat, like shatat, is the plural of shatit, meaning varied, scattered, dispersed. People will issue forth in various groups. People will move on from their position of accounts on the day of judgment towards their final abode in either paradise or hell. The happy and successful ones will be distinguished from the wretched and miserable. To be shown their deeds, there are two possible meanings for this. One, they will be shown their retribution for their deeds as they settle in their final abodes. They will observe their actual deeds according to the doctrine of the embodiment of deeds, tajassum al-amal. Another suggested interpretation is the verse describes how people will emerge from their graves, where some will have bright faces and others gloomy. Some will be at peace, others in terror, as well as other qualities in which people will differ. They will be brought forth to be informed about the recompensation of their deeds through reckoning. Hence, ruhya, seeing, vision, in this verse means ilm, knowing, knowledge, and irah, showing, making one see, means ilam, informing, announcing, making one know. The verse is comparable to the day when every soul will find present whatever good it has done and whatever evil it has done. However, the first interpretation is more apparent and clear. 7th and 8th verse.
فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره.
So whoever faman does an atom's dharah weight mitqal of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. Mitqal means a unit of weight. Dirha refers to the specks of dust seen in the sunlight. It is also used for tiny ants. The letter fa, so, then, therefore, at the beginning of this verse shows that there is a consequence and conclusion of people being shown their deeds. These verses emphasize that no action will be exempt in this process of being shown to its doer. Nothing will be missing, not even a tiny speck of good or evil. Using a separate verse For each of these two groups, the good doers and the evil doers, is meant to provide a standard and to establish a universal law. The universal law given in these two verses do not contradict other verses which describe deeds vanishing or being transferred from one person to another. For instance, a killer's good deeds being transferred to the victim, or the victim's bad deeds being transferred to the killer. It also does not contradict the idea that when people do repent, their bad deeds will be transformed to good deeds. We discussed this in an essay on the rules governing actions, and also on our exposition of the verse, so that Allah may distinguish the wicked from the good. For more specific verses overriding the current two verses under discussion, for instance, if a person loses their good deeds, they will not have any good deeds to be shown. A similar analysis can be applied to the other cases. The reader should reflect on this. Examining narrations. 1. The Messenger of God said, "The earth shall speak on the day of resurrection about all that transpired on its back." He then recited, "When the earth quakes with its quaking, for its Lord will have inspired it," and said, "Do you know what its chronicles will be?" Gabriel came to me and said, "On the day of resurrection it will give a report of every action that was done on its back." 2. The Messenger of God said, "O people, this world is a commodity at hand which both the virtuous and the wicked command, but the hereafter is a true promise under an omnipotent king's command. The truth he will establish and the falsehood he will disband. O people, be not the children of this world, but the children of the other. For indeed, every child follows their mother. Act while with the awe of God you are repelled. Know that you will be exposed to all your feet, and that there is God whom you will certainly meet. So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it." 3rd, Tafsir al-Qummi says, the earth discharges its burden, loads of people, and the man says, "What is the matter with it?" That is Imam Ali. On the day she will relate its chronicles. On the day people will issue forth in various groups. They will come grouped as believers, disbelievers, and hypocrites. To be shown their deeds, they will stand before what they have done. 4. Imam al-Baqir said, "So, whoever does an atom's weight of goodwill will see it. If that is an inhabitant of hell who has done an atom of good in this world, he will regret that he did it for other than God. And whoever does an atom's weight of evil will see it. If that is an inhabitant of paradise, they will see their evil deed on the day of resurrection, and then it will be forgiven for them." That brings us to the end of this wonderful surah that gives us an insight on the day of resurrection and Qiyamah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for listening to the end. Take good care. Bye-bye.